Technology I decided to use was ClassDojo. It's a virtual behavior management tool, and it basically gives teachers a way to keep all of their class records online for behavior, so they can keep track of it better in case they have to reference something for a counselor or another teacher, principal, or parent conference. The website is just classdojo.com. It is also available on mobile devices such as tablets or phones. It's free, and it's kind of like Prezi in the way that it's like its own website, so you don't have to like download anything, which is nice. The pros of it were that it provides real-time data, and it's really user-friendly. Like, I picked it right up as soon as I made one. So it saves time. I felt like from having to like talk and like stop your class or your lesson to talk to your kids and tell them like why you're disciplining. I mean, which sometimes if it's severe enough is a good thing, but it's just an easy way, like also during tests, because I'll show you later when I show you how to use it, to like keep track of who's on task, who might be like cheating, or just any other behaviors during stuff like that. The con that I thought of would be just like, while it does save you time from like having to stop class, you still have to like, you can either pull it up on your phone, tablet, or desktop and just like change and pick the things, but it still kind of like might take away time like during a lesson, so it's more efficient maybe like during like quiet time in the class or when they're supposed to be working on something or a test. And then this is just a couple like examples of like different teachers and ways that they've used it. Pretty much just they all said the same thing about it, that it was helpful to them to keep track of their class's behavior. The reason I feel I would use it in class is for, like I said earlier, like if teachers were having a problem with one of your kids in another class, or a principal had a phone call like from a parent wondering about behavior, you can actually like select each individual student's profile and print out their like daily report or weekly report. And then that's the link to, I think this is going. Oh. This is just kind of a screenshot of like what the class setup looks like. And then I will go to it to show you how it works. And then you just select your class. And then, so I put everyone in class's names up just for an example. It gives you a little character. And then it shows your points. And then I can like access it right from my phone on the app version of it. Hold on, it just has to log it in. And you just click Start Class on here and say I wanted to go down to April and say that she was on task. I would just click that she was on task, and it pops up there that she was like on task. So that's kind of nifty, because like if your computer is like set away from your board, you can like always have it with you. And then it just goes like in real time right to that. And then,
are you able to put real student pictures on there?
I'm not sure, like it said like on the thing that you can just like, it gives them like their own little person, but I wasn't able to figure out if I could get their like a picture up. I couldn't figure that one out. Some of the tools it has is like if you want to pull up, is that like, okay, like if say you're doing like a timed test or something, you can have your timer like right here, or a countdown. You can do it like forward or like declining time. And say I'm standing here and you guys are all taking a test for me, and I like notice someone cheating or like misbehaving, I just would like say like I go to Kristen's and I go to negative behavior and say she's off task. It subtracts a point for her for the day. And then I can go to end class, hopefully. And then So since it was just one action for that, like it pulls up your daily thing, but I can go to like when I made it of like last week, and it shows the whole class's like totals. So it shows like where their strengths were and where their weaknesses were, and it tells like each action, like so you know exactly like what you need to work on or what they're good at. And then if I go to one of the things, like I'll just go down to this one because it's like below. It tells like on the readout like each individual's, so you can say that, you know, like she forgot her homework or she's good at helping others or working hard, and then it shows all of them here, and then the teacher can go in and like I left a little comment because parents can also have access, so they can log into their kid's profile to see what the teacher's saying or like just make note of that, and then you can print it out, and I have examples of that if you guys want to just like pass it around.
When parents do log in, all they can see is their own child.
Right, it's not access to the whole class, it's just your child, just for like privacy and stuff. But like if you guys just wanted to pass these around, like I use you and April as an example. I said that you were a bully, not taking for real. I was just being funny. So that's just kind of it, I guess. And then it also does attendance. So if I wanted to start class and go to attendance, like whoever's here, you just click on their little bubble, and it like tells if they're there, or you can like do absent or tardy. So I guess it's pretty much.
Put it on the smart board and then the kids click on it themselves?
Right, like if you want to have them come in, like it's just like this, like I could have it up during class and have each of you come up and like if you're here, tap your name. So, and then whoever's not there, it would be left. So, any questions?
You know, I think it'd be really neat for subs.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
to be able to, like, if you can get a picture on there especially, and be able to just say, download this app, and when the kid misbehaves, make sure you just tap their picture.
Because then it
You
also
know?
provides real time to the teacher if like they're at home sick. They can log in and look at the class as it's going on.
Because that's the first thing you want to do when you're throwing up. You want to see how your student's behaving. But
What are some of the positive aspects? Because I know you talked about like if a student's misbehaving.
It also records good behavior, so if I wanted to go back to the class, I could click on yours, and then like if I see you like helping somebody, I can just like select that one, and it gives you a point.
So would it be the more points, the better behaved student?
Right, so the more points you get, that's the more positive, because then at the end of the day, when I go to like check all of them individually like I showed earlier, it pulls up your little graph.
Yeah.
And like you can customize the like actions, like when you set it up, like if you just, those are just like the standard ones, but like if you want to add, you know, other things, you can always add them.
Did you,
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry if I missed it, was there a cost involved?
No, it's free, and since it's like Prezi, it's just all online, so you don't have to like download it. It's accessible anywhere. So say you take your class down to like the computer lab, you pull it up there, and it's all your stuff's already there. Did you have a question?
Is there like a point value you start at?
A what?
A point value you start at?
It starts just flat at 0.
Zero?
Yes, and then you work your way up or down.
And you go to negative numbers?
Yeah, you can like be in the red. So that's just, that would be bad though. Anybody else? Good.
it's great. Thank you.